Let me just show you the footage that we busted Donald Trump cheating. It's been viewed now over like 25 million times, but I want to make broader points about how Donald Trump uses his golf courses to cheat, to host the Saudis for their live golf tournament and spread 9/11 conspiracy theories, how he uses his Bedminster golf course to bury his first wife to get ghoulish tax benefits from it. I want to go through this step by step, but first, here's what the Meidas Touch research team was able to identify this weekend. Donald Trump cheating in Turnberry, Scotland. Play this clip. Now you saw right there what his caddy did. His caddy dropped the ball, gave Trump a better lie versus where Trump actually hit it, so then that Trump could get a better score while playing. Here's a version of it just slowed down, just so you can see it in case you missed it in the first video. Play this clip. Now, we've been documenting this over the course of many years because, again, the way Donald Trump plays golf is how he lives his life, constantly cheating and lying. And so here is Donald Trump from March 2021. Rather than actually putt the ball into the hole, Donald Trump kind of just like hits it and like kicks it in, and then he gives himself the putt versus actually putting. Here, play this clip. And here was Donald Trump during his criminal and civil cases back in 2023. He went out golfing. You can see what it's like when he's caught and like right before he cheats. Here you'll see him just completely shank the golf ball. Here, play this clip.
Oh, he shanked it. Oh my God, I got that on video.
And here's Donald Trump driving over the green to hit his putt. This is from July 2024. This is completely against the rules. You're not supposed to drive your golf cart over the green where people putt. Here, play this clip.
That's a great shot. They get to drive on the green? They get to drive on the green? No fucking way!
Right to his ball like a ball.
Now, here is the video of Donald Trump at his Bedminster golf course in 2022 hosting the Saudi-backed live golf tournament. And when Donald Trump was asked about the 9/11 families who were protesting this event at Bedminster, Donald Trump said, well, actually, nobody's really gotten to the bottom of what happened on 9/11. What does that mean? Of course they have. Here, play this clip.
Associated with the city of New York. Yeah. You, of all people, understand the passion surrounding 9/11. What do you say to those family members who protested earlier this week and will be doing so again on Friday?
Well, nobody's gotten to the bottom of 9/11, unfortunately, and they should have, as to the maniacs that did that horrible thing to our city, to our country, to the world. So nobody's really been there.
Now, going back to Turnberry for a second as well, Donald Trump was asked by some media who was able to catch up to him about the Epstein files. And then Donald Trump's caddies and Secret Service start blasting music so Donald Trump doesn't have to hear the question. I mean, just think about this like baby bubble that they put him in here. Here, play this clip.
I don't know. It's very famous though.
And as Josh Dawsey once said, in an audio we obtained for our book 2024, Trump complained about how Secret Service agents always being in the trees and bushes of his courses made it harder to move the ball when he had a bad lie. The quote, I hit a ball down the fairway, it's in a little rough, and there's a guy standing behind a tree. Good morning, sir. And I got a ball with a horrible lie. I'd go like this. Nobody would know the difference. I can't because he said they're all looking down at me. Horrible, horrible situation to be in. Now, Donald Trump's cheating in golf has been well documented before. There was a whole book on it called Commander in Cheat by Rick Riley, who goes, Donald Trump cheats like a mafia accountant. He cheats crazy. He cheats whether you're watching or not. Here, play this clip.
He cheats like a mafia accountant. Like he cheats crazy. He cheats whether you're watching or not. He cheats whether you like it or not. He tried to cheat Tiger Woods in a match, and Tiger hits it like this. He hits two balls in the water, doesn't count either. and pretends that he almost tied Tiger Woods. So it doesn't matter who he is. He has to be the winner. But what really bothers me is that he told people on the campaign trail, I don't know if you remember this, but he said, I'm a winner. You got to vote for me because I've won 18 club championships. He said this 3 or 4 times. And that's against the best players in the club. But I knew he was lying because he told me how he does it. Whenever he opens a new course that he buys, he plays the first round by himself and calls that the club championship, puts his name on the wall. Sometimes he wins club championships from another state.
Is there a time he was in Philadelphia and he claims he won a club championship in Bedminster?
Yeah.
What happened?
So the club championship's going on at Bedminster. He's playing in Philly at his club there. And he finishes his round. He says, hey, what won the club championship? And they said, oh, Joe Schmo shot 74. He goes, well, I shot 72 today. Make me the club champion. And the guy's like, what? Yeah, make me the club champion. And so they take Joe's name off and put Trump's up. And this happens over and over. Like he often says, I've won 18 club championships. Well, he doesn't tell you they're the senior club championships.
Or super senior.
Or super senior. We don't even know if he won those.
And then, folks, Kim Jong-un style, Donald Trump awards him club championships, even though anytime he's played publicly, including the one time he was with Stormy Daniels that time, he never even makes the cut. But at his own courses, he always gives himself the win. Like he'll claim the championship actually takes place before other people start to play. So he's the only person competing in his tournament. So I think he's claimed now he's won like 28 championships, and he'll like make posts. I just won another championship. And he'll give himself trophies that he'll post on his various clubs. It's like beyond.
That ain't one of the saddest fucking shit I've never heard. This dude, he's a straight disgusting ass human being, bruh. And it baffles me every day to see that he still has supporters. Even though his approval rating at what? 37, they said on the last poll. That's still too high if you ask me. So let's get back to my boy Ben.
Now Rick Riley explains what that term means in golf. Here, play this clip.
Donald Trump is a very good golfer.
Yeah.
All right. But he claims to be a 2.8 handicap.
Right.
Explain that.
So in golf, you and I can play. If you're really good and I'm terrible, then you got to give me shots. So I get 10 free shots. Well, Trump says he's a 2.8, which is really, really good. To give you a little idea, Jack Nicklaus is a 3.5. Jack Nicklaus. So you can go on the website that shows your people's, anybody in the country, you can see their handicap. He's a 2.8, but it's taken him 8 years to get the 20 scores. So he's just cherry picking his best rounds. He can't cover a 2.8, no way. Everybody that's played with him, the pros, Dustin Johnson, they all say he's about a 9 or 10. So why does he have to say he's a 10? I mean, a 2.8 when he's really a 10. Isn't 10 pretty good? Why is he got to say 2.8?
This is more from Rick Riley here. Let's play it.
Why does it matter that Donald Trump cheats at golf? And you write, golf is like bicycle shorts. It reveals a lot about a man.
It does. And what it reveals about him is he has to win no matter what. It's not that he loves golf. He just loves beating you. So these guys always say he's fun to play with. He always wins. But then he doesn't even take your money. So it's not about beating you out of the $10. It's about showing you that he's better than you. So when he always says, I'm the best player among all the rich people, nobody can beat me, he's played on television 10 times. Pebble Beach Pro-Am 7 times. And the Lake Tahoe thing, Stormy Daniels deal 3 times. He's never made the cut at Pebble Beach. And at Tahoe, he's never finished in the top half. So when there's rules guys and cameras, he's not that good. When it's just his course, his caddy, his world, he's pretty good.
And here's Rick Riley again explaining everything. Play this clip.
Did you know that the liver is the second largest organ in your body? It's responsible for over 500 functions in your body, but for some reason, liver health doesn't always get the attention that it deserves. Dose for Your Liver was formulated to cleanse your liver of unwanted elements, aid digestion, and maintain your body's filter. Why does this matter? Well, your liver in the defense budget, $934 million.
Green. I said, did you just take a gimme chip in? Well, yeah, I'd have made that.
So
come on.
We're constantly fact checking the president and calling out when he says things that are untrue or just flat out lies. What's his response? You're not the first person to say he's a cheater. What's his response to the claims that he cheats at golf and the proof that's in this book?
Every time he says, I never cheat. So I snuck into the Bedminster Caddy Shack in New Jersey with all the caddies. And I said, the president says he never cheats. And they all go, no, he never cheats. And then there was this silence, and I go, oh, you guys cheat for him. And they all laughed, and they have 3 or 4 balls in the pocket. They throw it out of bunkers because he hates bunker shots. They throw it out of the rough. You know, he kicks the ball out of the rough so many times, the caddies call him Pele.
Now, as I mentioned, Donald Trump hosted the Saudi-backed golf tournament in 2022, funneling a lot of money to himself and his family. Here is what one of the 9/11 family spokespeople had to say. Let's play it.
How much money does it take to turn your back on your country, on the American people? Well, according to certain individuals, such as Phil Mickelson, Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, Dustin Johnson, and Donald Trump, that amount of money is just a few $100 million. We 9/11 families would trade any amount of money in the world just to see our loved ones again, just to have one last hug, one conversation, one more round of golf.
And here is Brett Eagleson, the president of 9/11 Justice. And here he also reminds us all that Donald Trump covered up the Saudi files regarding 9/11 as well. Here, play this clip.
Brett, you've been very outspoken about the Saudi-backed Live golf tournament holding events in the U.S. Some, I guess, held by the former president, Donald Trump. Can you talk about that? What are your thoughts about that? I suppose you want these events banned. You don't want them taking place?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. And we try as an organization, I want to be very clear to all the viewers, we try to be as apolitical as possible. When 9/11 killed us, it didn't kill us. It didn't differentiate, right, between the left and the right side of the aisle. We were the first group last year to tell President Biden to stay away from Ground Zero unless he honored his campaign promise to us, which was that if elected president, he would declassify the documents. Well, kudos to President Biden because he did honor that campaign promise. So I don't want to be, I don't want this taken out of context as if we're attacking one side or the other, but with President Trump, or former President Trump rather, we have a situation where we have a former president who, by his own admission in 2016, when he was on the campaign trail, he is on record on Fox and Friends having said, it was the Saudis that knocked down the towers. They should open up those files and they'll see that it wasn't the Iraqis, it was the Saudis that knocked down those towers. So in 2016, the president presumed correctly that the Saudis did knock those, that the Saudi government did knock down those towers. Then in 2019, he met with myself, my mother, and about a dozen other 9/11 family members with some FBI agents, former FBI agents with us on 9/11 in the White House. He shook our hands and said he was going to help us and that he was going to declassify these documents. Some point along the line from 2019 up until this point, up until a few months ago, all of those promises and all of those predictions, I think the former president forgot about because he signed a significant contract with Live Golf, and he's now hosting the Saudi government golf tournament, Saudi government funded and backed golf tournament. He held it at his Bedminster course, and then there's one at the Live at his Florida golf course towards the end of the year. So
right. So I think that's an important clip because it's not just the Epstein files that he's now covering up. Back in his first term, he covered up the Saudi files after saying he was going to release it. So back during Donald Trump's first term, the Meidas Touch network, before we were became a media network, we bought this billboard in September of 2020. And we talked about how maybe if Donald Trump thought about COVID like golf, he may actually give a crap. We bought the biggest billboard in Vegas for this. Like the billboard was almost half a football field big. And then they banned us from buying billboards again afterwards. Here, play this clip.
I'm going to be working for you. I'm not going to have time to go play golf. Believe me. I'm going to be working for you. I'm not going to have time to go play golf. Believe me.
And here was a video we made back in July of 2020. We called it Trump Golf's You Die during the heart of COVID. Here, play this clip.
I'm going to be working for you. I'm not going to have time to go play golf. Believe me.
You may ask about the coronavirus, which is very well under control in our country.
We all love golf. There are times to play and there are times that you can't play. It sends the wrong signal. When you're president, you sort of say, I'm going to sort of give it up for a couple of years.
We're going to lose 75, 80 to 100,000 people. They're running into death. I see that with the doctors and the nurses. It's a beautiful thing to see.
Now, all of the Donald Trump sycophants right now, the MAGA influencers are all posting things like this. Like Trump gives them their talking points and they all go out and make posts. Just revealed, President Trump's golf swing is being shown off in Scotland, and people are amazed at his form for somebody nearly 80 years old. I think this is a good image that we posted here. It's Trump and O.J. Simpson both golfing, and Trump goes, "I will get to the bottom of the Epstein situation," and it's O.J. golfing. "I will find the real killers." That's basically what it's like. And I think the important thing to know about Donald Trump's cheating in golf, it's like all of the lies that he tells, right? Like the negotiations with Japan. He goes, we have this great deal with Japan. They agreed to invest $550 billion. They're going to give us 90% of the profits. It's like a signing bonus. And I've been reading all the Japanese media, and I've been keeping you updated. And the Japanese media are like, that's not happening. Like, that's not what we agreed to. And there's massive differences between what Japan believe they agreed to and what Trump believed that they agreed to. And so it's just, again, it's just constant lies and gaslighting. And it's the equivalent of having your caddy just place the ball and cheat. Oh, like when Donald Trump said, oh, that Qatari jet, that's just going to be a gift for me, and the taxpayers are going to pay nothing. Well, it turns out there's like a secret cost in the defense budget. $934 million is what it seems like it's going to pay to be fixed. And then I wanted to finally bring this up as well, which is that Donald Trump buried his first wife at the golf course in Bedminster, like in the back lot area with like shrubs and grass growing over it. So that's how Donald Trump is using his golf course there as well, which to me is just like incredibly, incredibly ghoulish. So you put all of this together and it's just Donald Trump's MO, using golf to bury his first wife, to like not pay taxes, inviting the Saudis to funnel money, to spread conspiracies about 9/11, to cheat consistently. Now, hat tip to our great crew at the Meidas Touch Network for finding that clip, which has since gone mega viral. And it's gone mega viral outside of like politics, like sports blogs, and they're all talking about this right now. And it started with the Meidas Touch research team. So thanks for supporting their work. If you want to support their work, you can become a member of our YouTube channel and also go to MeidasPlus.com. Thanks so much for watching.
That boy Trump is out of control. Like, my God, this shit is insane, bro. The man, he's a cheater. He cheats at life. Fuck. Like, what is finally going to wake people up? These Epstein files, because I have a strong feeling that he's in there. And he's all through the Epstein files. That's why he's acting the way he's acting. So we gonna get to the bottom of it. But anyway, this is Reggie Red's reactions. Hit the like button. Leave a little comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Share. When you subscribe, hit the alert bell so you know every time I'm dropping a video. But fuck with me. I'm out of here.